am Tracy Jackson, also known as the Spiritual Cheerleader, and I'm coming to you today to share a lunar eclipse spread. Obviously, we just dealt with the lunar eclipse last night. Some people might still be experiencing some of the effects of that today. And I wanted to share this spread with you. If you would like to download this spread yourself, you can go to the link that I have posted above. I'm actually also going to put it in my bio as well. And you can download this spread for yourself so that you can ask of your personal deck what this lunar eclipse means for you and how it's affecting you. I am going to be pulling from the Mystical Shaman Oracle, sorry, by Colette Baron Reed, to answer the questions for us collectively. So even if you don't have cards, you can get this get the information from this spread, because it's going to be basically questions asked for us as a collective. What do we need to know? If you want to, like I said, know personally what this spread will mean for you, or what this eclipse will mean for you, then it's best for you to download the spread so that you can ask these questions of yourself. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and start shuffling my cards and ask for us collectively what we need to know about the energy of this eclipse for us all. Oh, that one. Oh, no, that's like 3. So let's wait until one pops up. Oh, that one just turned over. Okay, so the first one is the Vision Quest, and it is number 60 of the deck. And this is how the energy of the eclipse is going to affect us. It says in the Vision Quest, you face your fear, you embrace your mortality, and then you meet face to face with spirit. When you feel stagnant, a vision quest brings our lives into perspective. We realize our flaws, our potential, and the opportunities life is now offering us. We remain on a vision quest until we find the key to open a new door and write a new chapter in our lives. So find clarity by spending time alone in nature. If you live in a city, go for walks in a park. If you live in the country, make sure you spend time outside in contemplation. Get off the couch, get away from your desk, go outside. Spirit helps those who help themselves. So set your intention and ask nature for guiding vision for your life, which is really very, very helpful in this time period. Obviously, we need that extra time to reflect. Mercury went into retrograde on Thursday here in the States, and basically that is calling for us to get away from all these technological resources that we have and get back to nature and get back to the simpler times when we didn't have all of this communication, electrical stuff connecting us. So take time today to get out in nature. Next, let's see. Which one should I'm not going to do the full spread. You'll have to like download it to get all of the questions. But let's see how this eclipse's energy will challenge us. And we got the card right before, 59, which is upper world. And it means angels, divine helpers, the ancient ones, and all varieties of luminous beings populate the upper world. It is the place where you go to retrieve your destiny and find out who you will become, discover your great potentials and undreamt of possibilities. It is also the place where the spirits of the dead arrive when they complete their journey to the light. The upper world is calling you to step fully into your realized self. Clear distractions so that you can move into a higher destiny. Do not fall to temptation to craft a slightly more improved version of yourself. What you perceive as a problem or an obstacle is in fact the irritation you need to take the great leap. Remember, you cannot cross the Grand Canyon in 2 small jumps. So you might say, how's that challenging me, right? Like, it seemed like a pretty good reading. And the reason, the way that we interpret that is that it would challenge us in the attempts to distract us. The distractions would pull us off our path to finding our true self, finding our next level of being. We could like literally sit in it and say, oh my God, like, you know, I'm imperfect, and not work on it and stay stuck. And the card is really challenging us, and the eclipse is challenging us to take that next step, to go to the next level, to not let those distractions deter us, to not let temptation get us off our path, but instead to connect with our guides and our angels and the spirit world to help us bring forth the true version of ourselves. And like it says, don't, you know, just craft a slightly more improved version of yourself. Literally ask for help, partner with spirit, so that you can step more truly into who you are meant to be at this time. All right. So that's how it's going to challenge us. We're going to see these distractions, things taking us off our path, things that we can go down the rabbit hole with, and we don't need to do that. All right. So I am going to end with what action should I take for my highest good to benefit me most in the eclipse? And I ask that for all of us. What action should we all take for our highest good to benefit most from this eclipse energy? Waiting for one to pop up. That's how I like it. I like them to either, you know, pop up at me or to fall out like that one just did. Actually, we got 2 that fell out. And just so you know, when they fall to the floor, they come to the door, meaning that we read them, and we read them upright. And so the first card is the rainbow, and the second card is the sweat lodge, and they are respectively number 41 and number 54 of the book. The rainbow, I just saw this card, Colette just posted it. It symbolizes the 7 steps of the true spiritual path, which manifested the colors of the 7 chakras. The rainbow body is seen as the full realization of our essence in the Himalayas. The rainbow represents the bridge between the physical and the spiritual worlds as well. And at the end of our lives, we journey across the rainbow bridge to the highest heavenly realms. When the rainbow appears, it's an affirmation that all is well and that you are in right relationship with spirit. The rainbow tells you that the end of the storm is near. Persevere and remember that it is darkest just before the dawn. Do not give up hope. Things are about to take a positive turn. Listen for the morning rooster that announces the coming of the dawn, even while the night is still darkest. But do not claim victory yet or let your guard down fully. So our first action that we need to take is not to give up hope here. One of the songs, you know, are the scriptures that has had so many songs, basically made off of it is weeping may endure for a night, but joy comes in the morning. And another real big saying that's popping into my mind right now is the whole don't give up before your miracle, don't quit before the miracle, right? So many of us are like right on the cusp. We're almost there. And that's what this eclipse is going to help us. It's going to help us get there, right? But we can't give up before we get there. And we can't allow the distractions, like I said, to move us off of our path to getting there. The rainbow is a signifier of that, coming there. It's, the thing that really sticks out to me with the rainbow is its significance. Like in the Bible, the rainbow represents the promise of God that he would never destroy the earth by flood again. And to me, it signifies that promise of spirit in totality. So I absolutely feel that we are being promised here this great gift if we just continue on and don't give up. We can't let it get us off our path. And once we get something, we can't let up off the gas. We got to keep going. We can't let our guard down. We can't say, oh, well, I'm good. I got everything I need. Like, we still have to continue on. We still have to keep persevering and keep moving forward and keep moving on so that we don't find ourselves back into this position that we're currently in. But again, we can't give up, because it's going to be good. All is going to be well. And I absolutely love the artwork on this card. I'm going to show it one more time again because it's so pretty. And then the last card, obviously, is the Sweat Lodge, and it represents the womb of Mother Earth. It basically, it's when we sit in complete darkness around these hot stones in the Sweat Lodge, and we sweat away all the things that we need to let go of. We release all the things that we need to let go of, right? And full moons are about what? Releasing. They're about letting go of the things that no longer serve us. And it allows us to heal and like return back. It says when we return humbly to the womb of the mother, we are offered a second chance, right? So this is our time of second chance. Basically, we're going back to the womb to be reborn, to be healed of all those things that have been piled on us over the years. We're releasing them and letting them go so that we can step more fully into who we're meant to be. And so the invitation, this card says, it's time to journey inward into the dark and hidden places of your soul to reconnect with the ancient earth wisdom. You can also create a sacred and intimate space in the dark by lighting a candle. Observe what emerges, and without judging it, invite it to bring you its gifts. You are being offered an opportunity to shed and heal from the aspects of your life you have outgrown. Do not worry that you will be consumed by the process. So, obviously, like I said, we just went into retrograde for Mercury. Mercury retrograde is really, and all the retrogrades that we're going through, because there's 6 planets in retrograde right now, but all of them are inviting us to review, to reconnect, to reanalyze the things that we have done, the things that we have met on our path, to really say, like, do I need this? Is this my story? Is this the thing that I'm sticking with? Is this the thing that defines who I am? Or am I a new person? Am I really connected to this story? Is this really my story? Do I want to own this story? Because so many of us are living in that old story of, I'm not good enough. I'm not smart enough. I, don't have enough. I never will have enough. And we can't be identified with those stories anymore. This eclipse is really calling us to let go of those old stories. It's calling us to step into a new way of being, a new form of life. And it's doing that in conjunction with the full moon, which is already a energy that allows us to release and let go of those things that no longer serve us. But the thing is, what we have to do is let go of them. So many of us really want to hold on to those old stories. We really feel like that is who we are. We don't know who we are without our old story, right? And this card is literally telling you, it's time to go within. It's time to shrink back. It's time to review. It's time to, do all the things that this Mercury retrograde is doing, that those things where it's literally making you feel like, man, I really don't want to go out right now. Like, I am processing all these emotions and I'm crying uncontrollably and I don't know what's going on. Let it out. Do all of that. Cry, let those emotions out. Do what you need to do to release the things that aren't serving you, to let go of those old relationships that are not benefiting you, to let go of those, old roles that you've taken on for yourself that no longer serve you, that cause you to only have resentment. Let go of those now. You are literally going back into the mother's womb as you are releasing and letting go of all this. And that's why the emotions are coming, right? Because when we come forth into this world, as babies, that's the first thing that we do. We cry when we come out of our mother's wombs, typically, right? We release that emotion. So this is your time to do that again, and allow that to help you to heal. Allow that to help you to step into the new person that you've always been, but maybe have forgotten about over time because you've been piling stuff on. All right. So I hope that helped you today. As I mentioned, I have a more extensive spread if you download from the link that I'm going to post in my bio. I hope that that will help you to discover more how this lunar eclipse affects you personally. Obviously, this reading today was for everyone, and helps to, you know, kind of have the collective energy of what we need to know. But it's always nice to like have a personal reading that's specific to you, that reads your specific energy and what you're specifically going through, to be able to help you. Plus, you get 3 additional questions beyond the ones that I asked today. So it is wonderful spread that might help you a little more to understand what the energies are that are going on right now and how they're affecting you. So I hope that you will go to my bio and download a copy of that spread, because I'm loving it. I love the questions and what came up for us today. So I think you'll enjoy it as well. Obviously, I am also on Instagram. I know you might be following me on Instagram TV, but feel free to follow me as on my actual Instagram profile. You can also click on the links in my Instagram profile to find me on Facebook. I do pep talks 5 days a week in there, and I also have a wonderful group on Facebook called Spiritual Gold Diggers, where I share different tools and resources that have helped me over time, and have now helped so many to connect more with spirit. So I hope that you'll join me there, and I hope to hear from you guys soon about how you enjoyed this spread. So talk to you guys soon. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and a wonderful rest of eclipse energy. And I